are so many great people out there who can verbalize what they want to say and how they feel. And so I'm taking inspiration from those people because it's hard sometimes to verbalize something, especially when you feel so intensely about it. And what I'm talking about is feeling intensely about the hardship and the pain and the suffering of other people. Why shouldn't we feel? Why shouldn't we feel? Why should we be disconnected? So if I come across as I'm angry, I'm not angry. I'm hurt and continuously in shock at the level of disconnectedness. The level of, is asympathetic a word? I know it's a Greek word, but I'm not sure if they use it here in the English language. But I'm still continuously shocked at the level of how people don't want to feel. They don't want to feel other people's pain and suffering. Why shouldn't we feel other people's pain and suffering? If we as a society don't want to feel that, then when something bad happens to you, like a natural disaster, because here, I live in Canada, in most places in Canada, we don't even have the natural disasters, but they do happen occasionally, whether we have an ice storm, a snowstorm, when it rains and people's homes flood and then they become unlivable. It does happen occasionally. So when it happens to you, don't you want people to feel something? Don't you want people to feel something, to maybe try to help you, to maybe try to fix something, or at the very least try to help you alleviate some of that pain, hurt, suffering, and insecurity that you're feeling? Don't you want that for yourself? And if you want that for yourself, why don't you want that for others? Because it's a give and take. You know, here in the West, we love throwing the word around karma, right? Don't you want it to come back to you when you need it the most? It doesn't have to be you agreeing with somebody politically or in religion or ethnicity. But you're a human being. Why shouldn't you feel what people are going through and try to help in some way? And you can help. At the very least, let me tell you how you can help. First of all, you can stop feeding into the economy, into these big brands, and buying local and buying mom and pop shops products. That's what you can do. That's the least you can do. You're saving money, first of all, and you're probably buying better products from the mom and pop companies. And the next level would be you're writing to your local MP or politician, and usually these documents are filled out already. You don't even have to verbalize anything. You just put in your name, and that's it. That's the next level. Then another level would be you are hitting the streets. You're hitting the streets and protesting, or you're going to the parliament buildings where they're having these dumb, endless discussions, committee meetings, and interrupting them and telling them what you think. Oftentimes at this point in society, they made it so that they're not going to respond to our calls, they're not going to respond to our emails, they're not going to care about all the signatures that have been signed, they're not going to care even if you go to their silly meetings and interrupt them, because they could just tell the law and order people to come in and take you out, because God forbid you interrupt their talking, their incessant talking. But what will make a difference is when you don't put money in their pockets anymore. Money talks. Money definitely talks. That's the least you could do. You're saving money, you're saving your health because you're buying better products, and you're also not feeding into these conglomerates that actually are giving us crappy food. All their food is full of toxins anyway. You shouldn't be buying their food anyway. But on top of that, you're not feeding into this military complex that's endless all over the world. But what I'm asking you at a basic human level is to feel, have some sympathy for others, and do the least you could do. The least that you could do is save your money, and your health by not giving it to those people. Be a human being.